It's Romano here from CryptoNation, and welcome to another one of my cryptocurrency videos. Today I'm going to be covering a coin called BuzzCoin. It is one of my favorite cryptocurrency projects, just kind of favorite blockchain projects on the go at the moment. And I've been involved, or shall I say invested into the coin since I think it was the 26th or 7th of September this year, so I've been into it for a few months. And I've just initially sort of bought into it as a buy and hold for staking as well. Excuse me. Because it is a proof of stake coin with a relatively high proof of stake reward, which is currently at 1,200% per annum. That is due to change, and I will go into that in a bit more detail in my video. But really today I just wanted to talk about BuzzCoin and some of the really interesting stuff that BuzzCoin has got coming down the line, some of the projects that they've been working on, and really the whole way in terms of how BuzzCoin runs itself, because it really is one of my favorite community coins, probably my all-time favorite community driven coins and community driven blockchain and cryptocurrency projects that is going on at the moment. So let's start at the beginning. So as I said, it is a proof of stake coin with a current annual return rate or reward rate of 1,200%. That is due to change at block 875,000, so 875k. If I'm looking down, I've got some notes here which I've just made up, so I will be referring to them from time to time. And at that point, they are going to reduce the interest rate for the coin from 1,200% down to, and I'm not exactly sure what that is because they will have a mathematical formula in which they will work out that the new staking rate, but it is something like the current rate, and then from that they subtract. It's a fraction of the total supply divided by something. But let's basically say you've got a staking rate of 1,200%, and then they take 5 billion coins and work that through the formula, and then from that you will get, say, a value of 300. They will then subtract the 300 from the 1,200%, and your new annual staking rate will be 900% per annum. But the way they will also do that is that that will be an ongoing thing in the same way that Bitcoin halves its block rewards every X thousand coins. I think it's like something like every 25,000 coins. Don't quote me on it, but I know that Bitcoin has a halving of the reward every X thousand blocks, and BuzzCoin are looking to do the same, and that is really for the longevity of the coin and for the health of the coin at the end of the day. Because at the current staking rate, the interest rate's just too high, and basically the coin would reach total supply within a few months from now. So it is absolutely essential that the staking rate does get reduced. And I always say these high POS rates are usually introduced into coins to bring investors on board, to generate interest amongst investors and bring them on board. Think of it as the same thing as an ICO. When other cryptocurrencies usually start, they have an ICO where they sell X amount of coins at a massively reduced rate to get interest in people amongst investors interested in the coin and buying the coin. Same thing here. So eventually all proof of stake coins have to reduce their staking rates over time, so that the coin, so that you don't run into total supply, and so that the coin maintains healthy, and also so that you can improve the price of the coin, because as you reduce the amount of new coins being created, the scarcity of the coin goes up, and therefore also the value of the coin as well. So as I said, they will be using the same sort of formula as they do with Bitcoin. If you can think about it in the same way in terms of the halving, and it will halve and halve and halve, or reduce and reduce and reduce. till you might eventually get to something like 60% or 20 or 30%, the closer you get to total supply. But I mean, that's not, I think that's still not a bad thing. I think it's a really good thing for the coin as well. One thing to note as well is that they will, with the reduction in interest rate or reward rate, you will also have an increase in the maturation age of the coin. So I think the current maturation age is 8 hours before it can start staking. That will incrementally increase as we get closer to total supply, and that is just, that is to encourage people to hold the coin in their wallets and stake the coin, and sort of discourage pumping and dumping, which again is a really good thing, because you don't really want, pumpers and dumpers to be part of a project that's really this good. I'm not saying don't invest in it, but this is a really good project that has got some really interesting projects in the pipeline, and I really see it as a buy and hold opportunity. So what makes BuzzCoin so much different? So BuzzCoin, let's start at the community. The BuzzCoin community, I believe, is probably one of the best cryptocurrency communities out there at the moment. If you go into their Discord channel, the people in there are really nice. They're really helpful, and the way that the project is run is in the true fashion of an open source project, in the sense that everyone in the community can get involved. If anyone has an idea, or is willing to help on things like website management or graphic design, or anything like that, development, or doesn't matter, what sort of skill sets they bring, anyone can kind of get involved in the coin, and are involved in sort of making decisions around the coin. So they are really fantastic at getting community involvement. It's probably, as I said, the best cryptocurrency community I've seen out there on the web. And if you wanted to get involved, you can fill out a form on their website, and tell them a little bit more about yourself and maybe what you do, and how you can get involved. But you can then get actively involved in some of the stuff that's going on in the community. But even if you just have an idea, you can just pop onto their Discord channel. They've got a suggestion box, and just go and share your ideas. If you've got any ideas about the coin or any projects or anything, just pop in there and share your ideas with the community as well. You'll also see on their website that they've got a link to their Trello channel. So I've already got it open here. And again, this talks about the transparency that they have in this coin. You can see all the projects that they're currently working on, what's planning, what's in progress. And if you look at this and you feel that there's something that you can really get involved with and help the team out, please let them know. They're always looking for people to help them out. And as I said, I'll be covering a couple of the things that they've got in their future plans, which is really interesting. So the whole way that this project and this community and this coin is run is I believe truly fantastic. It is the largest amount of community involvement I've ever seen in any one of these sort of projects. Right, so let's go down to the website a little bit and see where we are. So what is BuzzCoin selling for at the moment? So BuzzCoin is currently trading at 7 Satoshis. You can buy BuzzCoin on all these exchanges, so Yobit, Coin Exchange, Trade Satoshi, and Coin Market Caps, Coin Markets. I still believe 7 Satoshis for this coin is a steal. I will definitely be buying some more of BuzzCoin in the near future. I really believe in some of the stuff that they're doing with this coin, and therefore I still think that 7 Satoshis for this coin is an absolute steal. And it's been very stable. It found support at about 5 Satoshis. It stayed stable at 5 Satoshis probably about for the last month, and it's gone up to 6, and it's now gone up to 7. And I truly believe that what's down the line with this coin, that price will go a lot up a lot more in the future. Maybe not in the short term, but in the long term, I truly believe that that will be a completely different story for this coin. So latest buzz, latest news. Some of the latest news that has come out is obviously the release of their official roadmap, which we'll view in a little bit. And yeah, just the roadmap and the open source incentive program, which is kind of the thing I just talked about, which is if you want to pitch in, be part of the community, jump into that. So yeah, so there's a couple of things going on there, but let's focus on the roadmap for a minute. I'm not gonna do a whole extensive run through of the roadmap. If you wanna kind of a whole extensive run through of of the roadmap and read everything about it, then if you come to their website, which is buzzcoin.info, and if you click on the BuzzCoin, if you can see, you can actually click on this roadmap. It will take you through to Austin Witherow's Medium. He's also known as Azurikai. He's the community leader for the BuzzCoin project. Really stand-up guy. But come and have a read through here on his Medium page. It's got the whole what's the name for this bloody thing? It's got the roadmap. Sorry, I just went blank there for a second. It's got the whole roadmap and an explanation of every single thing on the roadmap in detail. So you can go over to the Medium site and go have a read through there. Give the man an applause just for the hard work he's done in. But that will give you an extensive and detailed rundown of exactly what's going on in on the roadmap. So I'm not going to go into those things too extensively today. All I'm going to say, as mentioned, is that a couple of things here. They've got an official buzz pool at the moment, so if you can't afford to buy millions of buzz to stake on your own, or just not necessarily millions, but a large amount to kind of stake on your own, you can buy whatever coins you can afford and put it into the official staking pool. And as part of that staking pool, you will receive stake rewards equal to the proportion, or the proportional stake rewards that is equal to the amount of coins that you put into the pool and the proportion thereof. So you can still participate in staking, even if you might not have the funds to buy enough coins to stake on your own. The coin minting stability implementation, which is that thing I told about earlier about the reduction in the proof of stake rewards. So that's that whole thing coming in. There is a white paper being released. Then also Q1 of next year, I think there's a couple of things coming, notably website upgrade, a drive to get it listed on more exchanges, Cryptopia and so forth. And then there's a few other things on the roadmap here, but there's two things that I really want to focus on, two of their future projects, which I think is really phenomenal stuff to use the blockchain for. The technology that runs cryptocurrency, the technology that was invented by Satoshi Nakamoto, and which I believe is really for the for the betterment of humankind, and it's currently being used around all the hype around cryptocurrency and everything around cryptocurrency, but the true gem behind cryptocurrency is the blockchain, and it's just like all the hype about the internet in the early days. It wasn't about the products and the websites and the stuff that you could build on top of the internet. The real gem there was the internet and the technology that powered everything that sits on top of it today, and as we know today. So the two things I'm going to focus on is this Clean Energy Commitment Project, or the Masternode Clean Energy Commitment Network, and the Masternode Beehive Support Network. So to give you guys an idea of what those two things are, I'm going to maybe start with I'll do it a little bit the other way around. I'm going to start with the Beehive network, because I think the Beehive project is one that is, and the Clean Energy one really as well, as what has caught my interest. And it just shows how Azurikai and the guys over at BuzzCoin are really focusing on how they can use not just the cryptocurrency, but how they can use the blockchain to really make a difference in the world, and use the technology for kind of its intended purpose. The sort of decentralized database, or the decentralized network of computers that is the blockchain and the open ledger. So one of the ways they want to do that is through, and again I'm going to look at my notes because I've scribbled quite a few of them, is the Beehive project. So as we all know, bees are an integral part of our world, and bees have been, and for a long time have been, on the sharp decline. Their numbers have gone down, and are under some real threat these days, and it's a real shame, because bees are responsible for pollinating all of the crops, and therefore all of the food and everything that we eat. And if bees ever go extinct, I'm pretty sure human beings will not be far behind, because we won't be able to pollinate our crops, and therefore we won't be able to grow food, and we will be in some really serious trouble pretty soon. So as part of the projects that they are working on for BuzzCoin and to use the BuzzCoin blockchain is related to smart beehives. Now, what the idea is with the smart beehives is that, and I'm just going to show you. I have a website open here for a company called Flow Hives, but these guys basically produce sort of hives, and I don't know if they are smart hives yet, but effectively you can drain honey from these beehives without having to take the bees out and disrupt the whole thing, and all the sort of stuff that you can do around here. But the idea is to develop smart beehives, and I think there are companies in the world that already do that. And these beehives track things like bees coming in and out of the hive, and things like, or they sort of track all sorts of stuff, the temperature within the hive, and various sort of information, various bits of data points that can be recorded by these smart beehives. And the idea is that all this information is then shared globally throughout the BuzzCoin blockchain. It's put onto the blockchain, and this information can then be shared across globally between bee producers all across the world, and allow researchers and scientists to really monitor what bee populations are doing across the world, and the health of the sort of global bee population as it currently stands. This is something that hasn't ever been undertaken. There's people, agencies across the world that work in isolation, and they record their own information, and then they have to kind of share information in a not very smart way. It's all in data sets that maybe not match up with each other. So the idea is that you use the blockchain for its intended purposes, this decentralized network of computers, and you put all the information on there and you share that information out. And even things like, as I said, with being able to extract the honey to check for things like toxicity levels, and chemical levels in the honey, and all sorts of stuff like that. And all this information can be uploaded onto the BuzzCoin blockchain, and will allow for information to be shared across the world, and could be really pivotal. It's not even a word. Could be really pivotal. Sorry, I'm better tongue tied today. In the world, ensuring that it maintains a healthy bee population. Now, this might not be something that is, people think about every single day, but it is a real problem. And I can tell you now that if we ever get into a situation where the bee population of the world is in serious trouble, we would have wished that we'd done this a lot sooner. So I think this is a really fantastic use, a really amazing use of the blockchain technology, and especially the BuzzCoin blockchain, to achieve this goal. Now you might be thinking, well, how does the BuzzCoin kind of fit into that? Well, it's the BuzzCoin masternodes. So, for instance, spinning up these masternodes that maintain information about the beehives and the bees, and the sort of the quality levels of the honey and the amount of honey produced and all these sorts of things. people who upload, beekeepers and bee producers who maintain this information and who upload this information into the BuzzCoin blockchain could therefore then be rewarded with with the BuzzCoin cryptocurrency. And this is a way to incentivize people and producers and beekeepers to share that information on the blockchain. So that is how the Bitcoin, the cryptocurrency, fits into this whole thing. The other thing that I wanted to talk about here, which is one of the other projects, is this Clean Energy Commitment Network. Now, what this is the guys over at BuzzCoin have been sort of talking with one of these companies. This company is called 3DFS, and effectively 3DFS produce hardware and software equipment. Sorry, I had it written down here somewhere. I can't find it now. I'm just going to wing it. But basically what these guys do, 3DFS produce software and hardware systems that are related to sort of energy efficiency. So they produce stuff that can track how efficient certain appliances are, how energy efficient certain things are within the house, but also more specifically this specific thing that they call electric correction. Now, what this basically means is that they're developing this, let's just say this meter, this kind of box or something. It's a piece of equipment that you plug into sort of specific nodes, electricity nodes. So what this company has basically been able to determine is that there are, across the electricity network, there are certain points, certain nodes, certain places where electricity is effectively lost because of the inefficient way in which it's been connected or something, and a lot of that electricity just dissipates as heat. As much as 50% of the world's total electricity supply is what they have calculated is effectively wasted at these sort of junction points or interconnection points, where there exists a lot of inefficiencies, and therefore the energy is lost as heat. Now, this company apparently develops or will be developing, or is currently developing, a piece of equipment that they claim will eliminate that loss or that inefficiency in electricity connection there, and then will basically allow it to run up to 50% more efficient, and therefore reducing the sort of energy costs of the world. But not just reducing the energy costs, but also making things run a lot more efficient. So as I said, I've kind of made a bunch of notes here, and this is as best as I understand the concept behind it. I might be a little bit wrong, and please do, guys, if you know more about it, comment down and put it in the comments below. But as I said, this is kind of the best way I understand it. But effectively, through the BuzzCoin or the Buzz blockchain, and setting up these clean energy masternodes in the same way that they would have done for the Beehive system, it allows these smart devices or the energy electrical equipment that will also be smart to be connected up and to share information onto the blockchain that could then be distributed globally or can be consumed globally in terms of where energy efficiencies can be made and saved, and how people have or where people are using energy more efficiently and kind of freeing up energy that was effectively lost before and can then therefore be repurposed into other places. And again, the whole BuzzCoin incentive in terms of where the cryptocurrency comes in is to incentivize people to connect these let's call them 3DFS boxes up. These could be at your home, they could be at your business, they could be at sort of multiple places, schools, colleges, wherever you have it. to incentivize people to connect these boxes up and therefore save on electricity and make themselves more efficient. But also things like, even going down to a more granular level, things like having a look at what appliances in homes and in businesses are not running very efficiently, and then therefore those sort of being replaced and receiving BuzzCoin incentives for those for being more electrically or efficient and for saving electricity. So so as I said, for me, these are just two of the projects that they're working on at the moment. But two really interesting projects, and as I mentioned, really goes back to the blockchain, and really puts the blockchain and the use of that technology first, and looking at how we can use the blockchain to make the world a better place, how we can be more efficient, how we can look after our environment better, and how we can make a real difference in the world through using the technology that we have at our disposal at the moment, and putting that together with a stable platform for people to invest in as well through the cryptocurrency, and the project as a whole. So I think, if you look at where BuzzCoin is going and what their plan is for the next, we've only got the roadmap out for the next year, but if you think about the current things that are on the roadmap, and the sort of projects that the BuzzCoin team, the BuzzCoin community are getting involved in, they're pushing at the moment, and the sort of innovation going on within BuzzCoin to, as I said, make it more sustainable, bring down that reward rate to something that's more sustainable, and the projects that are coming up. And as you guys, you can obviously see, you don't have to even put it on the roadmap, but obviously masternodes will be coming into this coin as well. But yeah, everything coming in this coin over the next year for me just means that this is going to be something really interesting and worthwhile to get involved in. But it is going to be a more long-term investment into this coin. So don't, if you just want to come in and make a quick buck, it probably isn't the coin, probably isn't the project for you. There's tons of other high interest proof of stake coins out there that you can probably go and pump and dump with if you really wanted to do that. But the real value of this coin and of this cryptocurrency is in the projects that this community is working on, and the stuff that they're going to be doing with their blockchain in the coming 12-18 months from now. So I currently hold probably about just over 4 million coins, and I'm currently staking, but I have no plans on actually withdrawing my coins anytime soon, or maybe anytime even in the future, because as you've probably realized from this video, I really believe in the stuff that the projects that these guys are working on, and I want to be part of that, and in any kind of way I can, and I'd like to get involved in the communities as much as I can, and kind of contribute to the projects that they're working on, even if it's just an hour of my time every week that I can spare to do something. That's really something that I feel close to. But I wanted to sort of share with you guys, my viewers, also, as I always do, and as I do with these coins, everything I share with you, why I always look at investing in these coins. I didn't go into as much today about who all the developers are and all the other coins and things that they've been working on, because I think that, not that that's a secondary thing, but I think that this crypto, this coin, this project is really involved in so many other interesting things that they needed to be talked about more than really who the developers are and all this sort of other stuff. And I always say, do your own research before you invest into anything. And as I always say, it's I'm not a professional investor or whatever that might mean, and I don't give investment advice. I always just share with you my kind of experiences and stuff. So, but never invest more than you are willing to lose is always the mantra of any kind of investment. But if you are interested in the coin, you can obviously come onto the website. You can go onto the Discord. You can go onto I think they've got a Telegram now. Yeah, so there's Discord, there's Facebook, there's a Telegram. You can also go onto the GitHub. All the source and everything's on the GitHub there. They've got all their wallets. So yeah, you can do a lot of your own research. You don't have to necessarily rely on someone like me to go and find out who all these things are. But yeah, guys, all I wanted to say, BuzzCoin for me is a really awesome, fantastic community, cryptocurrency, blockchain project that is going on at the moment. And you know, if you feel that it resonates with you, and it's something that you want to get involved in, then by all means jump in, get onto the Discord, or just jump onto exchanges and buy some coin for yourself, and you know, get involved with the community and see how you can make a difference and get involved in this stuff. Anyways, guys, that's it from me today. As always, it would be really appreciated if you can push the like button. It helps quite a lot. And also, if you do like my videos, please push the subscribe button, and I will see you in the next time round. Bye bye.